Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. So, Resident Evil 8 Village finally came out, as many of you know. Came out a few days ago, and I've been having quite some fun with the game. This game is great, man. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So, Resident Evil 8 Village is the latest installment in the Resident Evil series, obviously. And it follows Ethan Winters, who was the protagonist of Resident Evil 7, and takes place around 3-4 years after the events of the previous game. And basically, without spoiling anything, Ethan's daughter is kidnapped, and now he has to rescue her. So it's, I mean, when you say it like that, it sounds a little cut and dry, but yeah, I mean, some things happen along the way, and you know, in old-fashioned Resident Evil style, we kick ass and save the day. uh, so I don't want to spoil the. I don't want to get into spoilers about the game, but there's some interesting events that happen, and they dig into the lore of the like the bioweapons and things like that, and a few other things that I want to touch on, but I can't because I want to avoid spoilers. But once you play the game, you'll see what I mean, especially if you've been following the series for quite a while. And I've been playing. I've been with the Resident Evil series since the PS1 days, and this is gonna be a bit funny and ironic, but my first Resident Evil game was actually Resident Evil Survivor, and I understand that it's actually considered the black sheep of the lot, and I can understand why, even though I really like the game, and it's actually the first Resident Evil that I've played and finished. But once you play like 1 until 3, and then you play Survivor, like I can understand the grievances that people have with that game. But I still like it nonetheless, and I'm sure many people do. But yeah, I mean, I never covered Resident Evil 7 on the channel, but, so I'll just say it here. I've like since Survivor, I've been interested in them going into the first person perspective type of thing. I honestly prefer the third person perspective, but the first person also puts you like up close and personal into the world of Resident Evil, and even though they already did it with Survivor and 7, like playing it on 8 is it is delightful. And when you look at it, Resident Evil 8 is kind of like it's basically 7 but expanded upon. If that like that makes any sense. And there were some times where I was like, dude, this is Resident Evil 4. Like the whole village setting and the castle and things like that. So it brought back some nice vibes that I had from the days of Resident Evil 4 when I first played that way back in the day. And oh my god, Resident Evil 4. Which I heard that they're making a remake of. But yeah, anyways, back to Resident Evil 8. The game is enjoyable. It's fun. I enjoyed my time with it. There was a little section of the game that honestly has like a video game hasn't scared me this much in a while, or even given me anxiety as that section has, and anyone who's went through the game will know what I'm talking about. So yeah, um, especially a certain enemy type within that section, I gotta say, man. Um Chris also appears in the game, of course, as many of you have seen in the trailer, and things become quite clear as you progress through the story and you understand why things happened in the trailer. So you'll get answers to that, and there's a few like enemy types here and there, and that I found that I found interesting. You know, you got like the normal villagers until and some of them like are a bit armored, and then you get to like the more industrial parts. I guess like kind of like half zombie, half machine kind of monsters. So yeah. It was fun. It was fun. You know, I beat the game once, and then I decided to do a second run. You know, like on casual with infinite ammo and just mow down every single monster that I come across, and that was fun. You guys really liked that video. Like I've been getting. I don't get much traffic on the channel actually. I don't get many views, so that seeing that many views on the channel on that video, it was delightful. So thank you guys for that. So what would I recommend Resident Evil 8 Village? Definitely, of course. I definitely recommend it, especially if you liked 7. Definitely go over it. It's a no-brainer. Uh, and if you're a fan of the series, I do recommend I recommend this game as well. If you didn't like 7, if you didn't like 7, dare I say, give this one a shot, because honestly speaking, like even though I liked 7, I only finished that game once. Like I only did one playthrough and that was it. I never touched the game after I finished it once. With Resident Evil 8, I did 6 playthroughs. I finished the game 6 times, and I loved every single moment of it. Um, Dude, what else can I say about the game? There's not that big of a variety in weapons, but what's there is nice, and every weapon has weight and oomph to it, if that makes any sense, and then they feel very, yeah, like meaty, especially when you blast a zombie or a monster like point blank in the face with a pump action shotgun. There's nothing quite like it, and it never gets old every time I do it. Uh, so yeah, definitely pick up the game. It's worth it. And if you're like 50-50 on it, maybe wait for a bit of a price drop if you're like hesitant on the game. But I loved the game, and I've been playing it a lot these few days, and honestly, I wanna take like a second to thank you guys that have been like following the videos that I've been uploading on Resident Evil 8 and have been interacting with me on the game. It just made the experience so much better, and it just encouraged me to do even more runs on the game. You know, and just like mess around. You know, play it on the easiest difficulty with infinite ammo and just like go full Rambo and John Wick on all of the monsters. So I thank you guys for for subscribing and watching the videos and interacting. And you know, if it was a one-time thing, like if you were only interested in Resident Evil 8, or if you're staying for the long run, thank you so much for watching and interacting. I really appreciate it. Like I said before, it made the experience so much better and much more fun for Resident Evil 8. And because of that, because we've been getting like some traffic on the channel and new subscribers, I want to give back to you guys, and I'm announcing a new giveaway on the channel for $60. But there's only gonna be, I'm sorry guys, but there's only gonna be one winner for this giveaway. So all you gotta do is just subscribe to the channel and just comment your favorite gaming memory, and the winner will be chosen randomly, and I will announce the winner on the 20th of May. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, I mean, you know, like I said before, whether it was only for Resident Evil 8 that you've been following the channel, or if you're staying for the long run, I really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoy, you know, the videos that I upload and will upload. And I upload many different things, games old and new. I'm always playing, and I'm always uploading stuff, like random, even random stuff. So yeah, I hope you'll enjoy what the channel has to offer, and like I said again before, thank you guys so much for checking out the channel, and welcome to the channel if you're a new subscriber, and welcome back if you're someone who's been following the channel. So thanks again, and we'll see you all real soon. Take care. Peace.